Athena, why did you never tell me that he was my patron?
It wasn't my truth to tell. You've been wondering why you are so different from the others, correct?
I do. Even before meeting you. Before becoming what I am now.
Then, you should ask him why he chose to be your patron. You'll learn a lot about who you are once you do.
Will you tell me why you picked me? Why did you choose to become my matron?
You aren't quite ready to know that yet. If you think Thanatos will throw your whole world out of balance once you finish chatting with him, then it might change your universe once I tell you mine.
Fine. I'll talk to him.
Why are you still so angry at him?
I don't know. I just am.
Just hear him out.
Thanatos! Thanatos, I need to speak with you. Please.
Hello, Nanari.
Hi, Thanatos.
You called for me. What's the need?
Listen, I'm sorry.
For what?
For how I acted to your news about being my patron. I know, most people would be relieved to know which god is there for their entire rest of their life, but somehow I was angry. Yet, I don't know why.
Human emotions can be a complicated thing. It's how you choose to handle them that's the most important thing in these moments.
If so, then please, answer this one question for me.
Go on.
Why did you pick me to be your practitioner?
What do you mean?
Why did you choose me to be my patron? Most people have to create contracts with you, except for those you select to be their patron. Why am I one of those people?
That's a bold question. Are you sure you're ready to know the answer to this?
I am.
You might want to sit down for this. I wasn't always your patron. You were never supposed to have one.
What? Why? I thought everybody had a patron or a matron.
Not everybody. Some people meet both of their deities. Some people meet only one, while some might never meet their deities. Some are only suited for one or both deities. It all depends on what the universe plans for that person's path.
I see. Then, why didn't I have a patron originally?
Your energy. Not everybody is willing to take that on.
What's wrong with my energy?
Nothing is wrong with your energy. It is very strong, very bright, very star-striking to those you first meet. It would either burn them or you. Not everybody is a good match for that. Not even gods. Which isn't a bad thing on your end. Nobody can control how their energy is built and created. You can obviously control it now that you have grown into it. However, starting out, nobody can control their energy or powers, especially with your path to be a celestial peacekeeper. I know, being a celestial peacekeeper is a very tough and lonely path. Celestial peacekeepers typically only have one matron or patron. Sometimes, they never meet both. Only one. It's how they stay balanced. You weren't built to live a life like that. You were meant for something greater.
It's starting to make things a little more clear. I don't know where I'd be without you or Athena. Although I don't show it great. But now, you've got me curious. If you weren't supposed to be my patron, then how did you find me?
By accident, which eventually turned into a miracle.
A miracle?
I found you when you were 5 years old. I was walking across one of the streets that was near your old village. I was watching over one of my old practitioners when I felt an energy cry for help. It was so bright, so loud, so lonely. I couldn't ignore it and walk away. So I went to investigate. That's when I came across your home. I knew of your mother. We never got along, even back then. I couldn't care less, though. There was an energy soaring within her home that she just wasn't picking up somehow. She was completely blocked off spiritually for some period of time. As for the reason, I don't know, nor do I think we want to know. However, I walked into that house and followed the energy that continued to soar loudly. That's when I came into your old room.
Don't know how I don't remember this.
I'll explain that to you here soon. When I found you, ice was covering the entire room. You looked up at me, just crying for help, for comfort. That energy crying out to me resonated with mine, a little too much. It was like I was looking myself through a mirror within your eyes. Your eyes were the same as mine once were. So I knelt down with you in this old room to help you calm down and hope that your mother would catch on to the situation. That's when Bridget came in.
Bridget? I haven't seen her since I was very young. In fact, now that you mention it, I remember this memory a little bit.
You were 5, so the fact it's blurry but you can still make things fit is impressive. Alas, Bridget was there. She wasn't very happy that I was there.
Why?
Your mother. People aren't really fond of death gods.
I understand.
Bridget asked me why I was sitting with you. I told her of the situation. Her eyes just widened, but she stayed stern. All she told me back then was, "I'll get her mother. Do what you need."
I remember my mother coming in and panicking. I thought perhaps I did something wrong in the room to cause it to freeze over. It's odd. I don't remember you being there though, which is weird. I do remember not feeling alone somehow. Warmth over my shoulders, like the sun.
Well, you didn't really have your spiritual awakening until you were 7, but you were definitely very sensitive to energies back then too. Even at the age of 7, you didn't even have your abilities yet. It was just your visions at the time.
I remember that day. What happened after, if I may ask?
Bridget came back with your mother. That's when you tried to explain to her about the ice. Your energy started to calm down as you did that. However, I couldn't leave you. I started coming by every day to observe you. I hadn't chosen you as your patron since I didn't know who your matron was quite yet, or if you had one. I had no clue you were supposed to be a celestial peacekeeper. I just knew I had to stay and learn more about you. I continued to watch over you. My curiosity grew of you.
You came by? Every day?
I did. At least until I caught on who your matron was, or got the chance to speak with her.
When did you find Athena?
2 days after I found you.
You continued to stay after finally seeing her?
I did. I couldn't leave you. I came daily for about a year.
How did you come across Athena?
You were at a playground with your parents and Viela. I was sitting on a bench observing you. Athena was against a tree watching the playground as well. I walked up towards Athena while keeping an eye on you. I asked Athena if one of the people there was hers. She just pointed at you. Athena then asked who I was watching over. I pointed at you as well. Athena crossed her arms with a sharp glare. You know the one.
Oh, yeah. I know what look you're talking about.
Athena and I talked for a while. I told her about how I found you. Athena then talked to me more about who you were, goals for the future, who else was around you, your family. I eventually got straight to the point about wanting to know if you had a patron or not.
Nobody. She doesn't have one. Or rather yet. Nobody's taken interest in her on that aspect of her life quite yet. There has been some interested, but overall, none fits who she is.
That's when she started to tell me how you were foretold to your mother, eventually to be a celestial peacekeeper.
Why did you keep observing her after the first few days?
I just looked at you as you were running up and down the slides, then told her, she reminds me a lot of myself before I had fallen, before I lost who I was. Her eyes just screams. It screams, but also brightens my own sunlight. I could tell Athena was scanning me top to toe at that point.
You know, majority of celestial peacekeepers only have one, or doesn't meet the other. But it's not impossible for her to have both.
I remember that I glanced at her, which sparked me to ask, has she officially met you yet?
No, she's around a family who is against the thought of magic. Especially her mother. Nor has she had her spiritual awakening quite yet. Let me ask you this, Thanatos. Are you wanting to be her patron? There's a bond growing already on your side. Are you willing to accept if she either rejects or accepts that bond too?
Thanatos?
I told Athena that I didn't care if you were a celestial peacekeeper in the future. I didn't care about your neglectful parents, or the fact that you could reject me in the future. However, what I do know is, I can't abandon this child I stumbled upon. I couldn't leave you when your cries were so loud. A light like yours is so rare. I don't care if I defy all the laws. That's who I am. I wouldn't leave you, no matter what position I'm in during your life. I won't leave a child who needs someone, who needs love from a light that is similar to hers.
I think you have a good match in your hands. I won't leave her side either. Just beware of the outcomes.
I know. I'm willing to risk it. After observing you over the first year, I made the decision with Athena that I'd claim you as my own. Not because I couldn't gain anything from you if we made contracts, but because you weren't destined to sign empty contracts of promises that won't satisfy you.
All this time, you were always there for me. Even when I didn't know it or needed you most, you were always there.
You asked earlier why you had no memories up to this point, correct?
I did.
It's because Zeus ordered me to erase your memories.
Why? After all that you did for me.
It was the only way to save your life.
Save my life?
Your powers became too much for you at a very young age. Not only for yourself, but those around you. You couldn't handle the energy within you. The gods thought, because of the bond we had, while I am your patron was throwing your energy off balance. Zeus claimed that you were too young to know about who I was. More specifically, the deeper meaning of who you would become.
So,
I thought it would be a way to save you. Your energy was fading fast. It wasn't your time yet. I wasn't ready to bring you to the River of the Styx. So, I agreed to it, if it meant keeping you alive. I never left. I always watched over you to make sure you would be all right. Even if it meant being in the shadow for the rest of your life, or until you could learn about me again. It was worth it. So, if you feel anger towards me, that's probably why. Not because anything happened between our bond, but because, while the mind might not remember, our heart and emotions do. You couldn't place it.
I remember you now. Thank you.
Anything for you.